Hi, welcome back to another weekly garden update. A little bit of housekeeping though before we go look at the plants. There's been some comments left that were frankly kind of nasty and racist, and I've since deleted them, but I don't want to waste my time deleting those comments. So if you'd like to be an idiot, please go visit somebody else's channel. Don't leave comments on mine. Thank you. So let's take a look, actually indoors first. So as you can see, we have tomatoes, lots of tomatoes. The goal is to make sauce out of these at some point. I'm a little sick and I don't want to be canning while I'm sick, but the tomatoes have been producing great. If you look over at the eggs, the chickens have not been producing great. I think I've got a snake getting into my chicken coop, so that's not going well. If you look over the peppers, these dried ones are from last year. I am starting to get peppers. These are just starting to get some color on them. We've got a lot of, let me go outside. So we've got a lot of bird pressure. Like all of that trees are just full of birds. If we look over at the neighbor's property, there's not a lot of trees over there, so we tend to get most of the birds over here. And if you look at the tomatoes, you can see pretty much anytime something over here got color, it also got swarmed by birds who would eat them. So I'm trying to pick as soon as there's just a hint of color and ripening, like that tomato there is just getting just a little bit of blush. I'm pulling them off just so I can get them before the birds do. This one too. I need to get those over there too if they're not already bird bitten. The ones the birds beat me to, I'm just leaving. I still have some end rot. I need to get some. I'm planning to put down some crushed up eggshells down to stop this end rot. Get some more calcium in the soil. But for the moment, the birds can have that tomato. I just haven't got around to getting those down. I am starting to get some more flowers, so hopefully I'll be getting more tomatoes soon. But in the meantime, I need to go through and grab everything that's turning red. Okay, let's look over at our Thai chilies. Yeah, that's an ugly tomato. Thai chilies, we've got, you can see on this, we've got a bunch of flowers coming out. That one's got a bunch of flowers. We've got, on some of these plants, a huge amount of fruits. If you look there, we got chilies everywhere. They're not reddening up yet, for the most part. Actually, I don't think I see anything over here that's turning red. There's a couple that have gotten pecked by birds, but for the most part, the birds are leaving my chilies alone. But the ones that do get pecked, they turn red and are kind of nasty, so I just leave them. I think there might be, yeah, here's one. And I've got weeds all over the place. I need to deal with. Oh, that's peppers starting to get a little red. The birds generally aren't as much of a problem on the peppers. Oh, hey. I need to come back here and harvest this, because way down there I see some red chilies. Birds generally aren't as much of a problem with the chilies. They kind of discover they're spicy and leave them alone. Over here, my laboyas, you can see this one has got a bunch of fruit growing. That should be a really big crop. And these seeds are second generation on the property, so they're heirloom seeds that I'm just kind of adapting. And they seem to be doing actually much better than last year. I'm getting much bigger fruits than I did last year. Hopefully they're spicy. The few Thai chilies I picked green were not very spicy. And then over here, I've got a volunteer eggplant that's putting on flowers. See more flowers over there. And then down at the bottom, we've actually got a fruit going. Pretty good sized one too. That might be dinner later. And I've got a volunteer Swiss chard, which I think I'm just going to kill this off. I need some more Swiss chard though, so maybe I'll leave it. I'm running out of the stuff I dehydrated. Okay, next bed. This is our jute beds. It's called jute in the U.S. and Europe. It's called Celuloid in Philippines and probably parts of Asia. Basically, this stuff will get to be taller than I am, and the greens taste good. Actually had that for dinner last night with rice. So that's why there's some kind of cut off there. And I've got another volunteer eggplant in the middle of this, and it needs to be weeded. Now, over on this next bed, this one that's mostly empty, this had eggplant and bell pepper put down, and almost nothing has come up. I don't know if that's one of those plants or if that's a weed, so we're just leaving it. And the same there. I've seen birds all over this bed. Oh, I suppose there's another little one over there. So my guess is the seeds germinated, came up, and then immediately got eaten by birds. So looking over at this next bed, I actually don't know what all or where things are planted in this. My wife put down bitter gourd seed and string beans in this bed. And there were a lot of weeds in it last year. So I'm not 100% sure if these little things growing are weeds or if they're food. I'm just going to let them... I'm going to let the weeds and the tares grow together, and then at harvest time, we'll throw out the tares. Something biblical about that. Pretty sure those are the beans, though. Yeah, that's got to be. Okay, let's look at the tree. Over here, calamansi tree. It's not as tall as it was last year. You can see last year it got up to there. This year it's down there. Basically everything above ground died off in the freeze over the winter, and it's just coming back and putting on new growth. I don't know if this thing will ever live long enough to put on fruit, but we'll see. This tree is, I think, 4 years old at this point. It came with us from Austin to this property, and that's almost 3 years ago. Okay, let's say hi to the chickens. Now, I had one branch on this tree that was coming down and hitting the chicken. Hey, birdie. Coming and hitting the chicken coop and like messing with opening the doors. So that got cut down. That's where that came from. It needs to go in a burn pile later. Hey, birdies. And the rest of it went over there. I'm just going to quickly see if they laid me some eggs. Let's see eggs over here. I do see one egg in the middle. It's not really where you're supposed to lay your egg, girls. Okay, that's wood. Okay, so we got one egg at the moment. These girls are either eating their own eggs, or I've got snakes. I've already caught one snake, so I'm pretty sure I've got snakes eating them. Let's go say hi. We're here. Yeah, she's still growing her feathers back, but she's a little sunburned. When I had a rooster, she was Snowball's favorite. I don't have a rooster anymore, but they're still regrowing their feathers from slightly aggressive rooster. Excuse me, girls. Excuse me. I'd like to walk over here. My wife just fed them this morning. And they've been playing around under those trees. And she's the only hen with a name that's Crystal. No, I didn't name her, some other kid did. But she's friendly and she actually hop up on my lap, where the rest don't. Yeah. Sunday I'm planning to go around and see if I can find holes in the coop. Ooh. Well, hello. That's an egg I didn't expect to see there. Half wondering if I'm going to find a nest of eggs under this when the leaves finish falling off it. I was expecting to find that there. The intent with the tire is I was hoping to get greens growing up through the chicken wire mesh so the chickens could eat the tops without messing with the roots and just kind of have a continually regrowing salad bar, but that doesn't seem to have worked out. Okay, so that's pretty much what's been going on the garden. I've been sick for really out of it Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday, bit Thursday morning. So not much happened out here, and I'm behind on my running plan. So it is what it is. If you're not already gardening, I highly recommend you start producing your own food.